my daughter developed type 1 diabetes when she was 12. And so about, she's 19 now, so it would have been 7 years ago. And I was devastated by that, and she nearly died. And I was looking at the biotech side of things. And I'd had some biotech experience in the past as a microscopist. And I was like,
A what, sorry?
Microscopist, somebody who looks down a microscope.
Okay, right.
And you have a tally clicker, you count stuff.
What were you looking at?
I was looking at laser scanning fiber optic confocal microscopy images of chips and then of cells that were fluorescent. Don't ask. Anyway, so I was looking at the condition, and we live on a little organic farm, just a small holding in West Cork, right by the sea. We're pretty, idyllic sort of place to live, and we're kind of self-sufficient. Like, we have geese and chickens, and we grow asparagus and zucchinis, and here my daughter has this malady where we are completely dependent on the industrial pharma complex, like 100%. She doesn't have insulin for a few days, she's done. And so I'm looking at this going, well, can I make this stuff? And 6 years ago when I looked at it first, it would have cost me a couple of $1 million to put together a lab to make insulin that she could inject. Clearly not a home operation. And I kept looking at it though because I was interested, and I noticed that the cost of the equipment was coming down incredibly fast. And so within less than 2 years, it was a couple of $100,000. And I'm like, wow, that's democratization. That's fast. And so I did this little plot of Moore's law versus the cost of sequencing. And Moore's law looks like a flat line because sequencing cost came down 10 million fold in the previous 12 years to when I was looking. It's even cheaper now.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you see a cost decrease like that in an incredibly high-tech industry that's universally applicable, you got to kind of pay attention. And so I went to the other partners, and I went to Sean and I said, guys, we need to do a biotech accelerator. And he was like, huh? I'm like, no, really, seriously, look at this. And so we did it. We're quite an entrepreneurial firm, so we test stuff. We move fast, we break stuff, we tried. So we did, in 2004, we did this, we put together that first accelerator. It was the first biotech accelerator in the world. And we got 30 applications. We took 6 companies. 4 of those companies still exist today and are doing well. And one of them, Perfect Day, they just raised 25 million on a 60 million valuation, and they make milk without cows.
Cool. How? They
modify yeast to produce all the components of milk, and then they harvest those components, and it is identical, like not even a close. It's actual milk without a cow.